Today, I would like to talk about one problem that needs very, very serious attention, both from the end of the government and from the end of citizens: social media. Social media, the world over, has become a very serious problem for everybody. It's very difficult to regulate it. Its existence speaks for the freedom of expression and information and the right of people to communicate with each other. Its drawbacks are many. For us in Nigeria, with massive regulatory issues and challenges, as well as problems that relate to security, in a country where there is a lot of tension, a lot of suspicion, and a lot of people who are trying to play us up against each other, it's particularly important for the government to pay attention to what is going on in social media and in conventional media. You cannot run a country where you're only reacting to what is going on, not dealing with what is going on now, taking steps to deal with it. I've mentioned only 2 or 3 instances that may or may not be true, but they are on social media. And one of the damages of social media is that it turns every lie or every fabrication or truth into something that a lot of people will believe in. The first one was a video that was circulating a few days ago, showing some people attacking what was described in the video as a settlement of Hausa people in a particular place in the southeast. It was a horrible video to see because it showed a group of people disembarking from a vehicle and destroying every single thing near a market. It said it is Hausa people who are selling meat in that particular part of the city. True or not, this is not the kind of thing that authorities will see and just simply shrug off and walk away. Times are hard, tensions are high, and it is important, if all we do is to put out a statement to say that video is either false or we're taking steps to deal with it. It didn't happen. And I can say with some certainty and responsibility that a huge number of people were disturbed by that video. The second one had to do with the experience of a very famous singer in Daura a few days ago, where, according to some news outlets, particularly in the social media, the singer was stoned and chased away from the palace. What this states to us is that we need to be very careful of our public reaction to political issues. The nexus between security and politics is a very, very sensitive one, and it's wide. There are so many other stories flying around. Is it true that Burkina Faso is holding our soldiers? Why don't we hear from the government? Is it true that there are threats, but using them in ways that we would rather not have? We need the government to be more proactive, both on conventional media, in traditional media, and in social media. This is not a small issue. We can, by indifference or incompetence, trigger a major crisis in this country unless government stays ahead, a step ahead of the people. Information that the public has is that our soldiers are still in the hands of the authorities in Burkina Faso. There are claims and counterclaims about what the authorities in Burkina Faso want to do with the soldiers and the plane. This is not, again, an issue that Nigeria should take lightly. Our involvement in the coup in Niger has received mixed reactions. There are conflicting evaluations of whether it represents a positive step or a threat to Nigeria. To have this Burkina Faso issue, our men in uniform, in national service, and our plane there, and you have all these conflicting arguments about whether the Burkinabe authorities intend to take measures against them, whether they are going to be free. This is not the kind of thing we just allow to fly around. The point I'm making is that the government needs to be a lot more diligent in terms of talking and speaking to citizens. We don't want to be picking these as rumors. These are very sensitive issues. We need to hear from the government. Putting information of this nature is not a favor. It is an obligation on the part of the government, and it is our right as citizens to be informed. If you if the government is not on its toes on many of these type of issues, mischief and people who are subversive in intent and in action will capitalize on these gaps that exist at the level of the government, and they could push this country further away from security and peace.